Welcome back, or welcome in if you're new, of course. But hello. Today, I'm bringing us, the Dead by Daylight community, a little bit of a question. Because I've seen a lot of it going on. I've seen a lot of people using a variation of the build you're about to see in this game. And it kind of brings the question, is aura reading right now for killers very, very strong? Is it even maybe too strong? There's a lot of people I'm playing against, there's a lot of people I'm watching playing, there's a lot of just content of DBD that I've been taking in that is heavily relying on running a lot of aura reading stuff. If it's barbecue and chili, if it's the build I've got here, even if it's just lethal pursuer, nowhere to hide, there's a lot of aura reading going on. And I've seen a lot of kind of discussion kind of talking about if maybe it's getting a little bit over the top because there's an awful lot of aura reading perks and add-ons and all sorts of things in the game at the moment. So there's a Xenomorph game again. I don't know why I'm kind of posting a lot of Xenomorph content, but there's a game here. And this build, these four perks together, Franklin's Lethal, Nowhere to Hide, and Weave Attunement, they just seem very strong. And then one of my add-ons even gives me aura reading as well. So if you add a whole bunch of aura reading on top of the whole build, this can get messy. But we'll get into it as the game kicks us into Dog Saloon, which is a small enough map, which really helps. And right from the start, I get Lethal Pursuer showing me two people over here messing with one of my turrets as well. So like, I don't like, it's a lot of stuff going on at the same time. Also, I do want to make a disclaimer. I was playing this game with no headset on. This is a game that I just caught playing, doing some daily challenges, messing around with an idea, and I've no headset on, so there's little moments now where I'm definitely, even when I checked back over the footage, I was like, I can hear people and it's going to look dumb as hell, but I don't think it matters. I think the reason I want to make this video, I suppose, is if people check it out, please comment. Comments do fantastic algorithm-y type things for videos, and it's really helpful, but I just wanted to open up a discussion, I guess, with Dead by Daylight community as what they think of aura reading right now in the game and builds that are just built entirely off it. Like, there is no gen regression in this build at all. All I maybe get is, oh, you kick a gen, you get Nowhere to Hide. That is a max. Like, there is nothing to lock gens, kick down gens, there's nothing but aura reading. Which, it's so, like, I can't even say it's oppressive because you're not really making their game miserable, but you can see so much, especially on a map that's this small, which we get a couple of plays. So I kicked this gen, guaranteeing there has to be somebody here, and look at that, they're like hiding in such a good spot that I would have never checked otherwise. I would have walked away and just been like, cool, make a move. Like, I've been messing around with the Weave Attunement Franklin since Weave Attunement came out, right? I even had to force myself to stop playing with it because I got... Oh, ignore the tail misses, please. I had to force myself to stop doing it because I was getting so, like, reliant on aura reading. But then, like, over the last couple of days, no matter... Like, I've been in a couple of streams where people are talking about it. There's been a couple of updates recently. There's a lot more just discussion, I guess, on aura reading. And I wanted to get in on it. I just wanted to kind of say my piece because I think the games that you'll see, or the game I should say in this video that you'll see, is like ridiculously keeping me up to date where people are at all times. Also, the Meg in this game weaving spiders at one point. Like, look at that right there. I'm over like, okay, kick this, cool. I seen him, so I know what's going to happen. I was obviously going to see him even longer now, and like, you're just constantly able to see people. Obviously, like, a good team is going to be able to fight back. They're going to be able to kind of, I guess, they're going to move the object so that Weave Attunement isn't as strong. But then, even then, like, that's a lot of work. Also, very nice two-tail hit there on the James Sunderland. Which, by the way, just have to mention in the middle of the video as well, I did recently play the Silent Hill 2 remake on stream. Come say hi at some point. We play a lot of games. I really loved it. It was a lot of fun. I had a really, really good time with it. I cannot wait to start my second playthrough, probably by the time this video comes out. If not, it'll be this week, but it won't be on stream. I'm going to try and get the platinum trophy for it, which means I have to play all the endings, which is going to be difficult. But that's a whole different thing. Right now, we're still having the discussion about aura reading in Dead by Daylight, and this game has instantly. To be fair, this Meg did weaving spiders in the basement and given herself the broken status effect. Meg's chase is a little bit crappy, but this one gen, it just gave me so much fuel here. Because look at it right there, I'm just like, okay, I've seen somebody here. What am I supposed to do? And then David's just like, if I'm David here, I'm like, right, he has aura reading and I can't be fucked. If he's just going to know that I'm here every time I'm trying to finish that gen, I can't be, like, I genuinely cannot be bothered to even try. So why would I even try? Which, you know, I get it. It's hard to play against this. It's hard to get a gen to 90% and then the killer just always know where you are when they're around that spot. It's really difficult. But the team, they do put up a bit of a fight, to be fair to them. They do. They give me a really decent game for what they can in a small map, which I will add, they did bring me here, I think, in this game. They did bring me here, which, you know, they kind of buried themselves. If I had a bigger map, I'd probably have a bit more of a struggle. Instantly thought she was going to turn into that one. I tried to mega mind her, but instead I screwed it. And then I was like, David's back here. I can see him. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Just be like, yeah, David, okay, cool. And then, yeah, David just didn't want to play anymore. Which is fine. You know, it's fine. I get it. It's totally fine. But, like, what do we think? Like, right here, there's so many aura readings going on. I'm constantly seeing people. Every time they're on a gen, it's because an item seems to be there. Every time I kick a gen, if they were on it, or still around to try and do it, I'm seeing them. Like, there's just... And then Lethal Pursuer on top of it. Lethal Pursuer on top of it makes it worse. And then, if any killer has an aura reading add-on, if you throw that on as well, like my iridescent add-on right there is in addition to it as well. You throw anything that is aura reading add-on wise on top of a build that's already built around it, it's a lot to be dealing with as a survivor. And like right here, I'm watching two of these guys just making a run for it. Like, I can see everything they're doing, and it's for a long ass time too. Getting burnt up all over the place as well because their turrets were all like stuck there. I get absolutely mind read there. I gave myself a little stare at the sky. I was like so confused how I got caught there. I had no idea. But then I do like a little trade, and then James is just, I'm just able to see him. Like, where does he go in that situation there? You know what I mean? Like, where can he even go? He's running into a corner to try and get to a loop. I know exactly where he's going. He didn't mind game, and if he had a mind game, I would have seen him anyway. And then it's here that the Meg tried to finish this gen in my face, which she very well was nearly able to do, but when you're broken, you probably shouldn't do that play. It's a little bit silly. It's a little bit silly, a little bit goofy, but I don't blame them. They're trying to get something going in this game. And unfortunately, we did lose the James, so we've got the Kate running around now with Meg up on the hook, and James gave up. Again, there's not a lot they could do. And this is why I really want to open up the discussion to, do we think it's overpowered? Do we think it's okay? Do we think, hey, they changed distortion recently? Yeah, it was distortion. They changed that recently. And that was like a kind of a counter perk for these builds, but now that that's made weaker, it's kind of just like, what can they do? You know what I mean? It's like, if I run this build all the time, right, and it's a team that don't, maybe this map wasn't the best for this team and whatever, but if it's a team that don't consistently push gens, what can they do? Like, look at that, right? If any other killer would have chased that, you would have thought she went out the back door. But instead, because I could see her aura, I seen her calling back in and around. And then Meg made a little bit of a silly there and tried to take a hit for her. And I was like, cool, okay, that seems like a good idea. Just GG. Instead of trying to get the hatch, just GG. And now, with the new Mori change as well, I was ready to just wait and see if I can get it. But then a Deliverance play happened from Cade, so that meant I had to go back into the game again. Which, hey, props to them. They didn't want to give up. I'll give it to both of these, the Meg and the Cade. They did not want to give up. They wanted to play the entire rest of the game. They were down to do that, and I give them respect for that because it was rough. And they got 3 gens done. Like, even as strong as I think this is, they got 3 gens done. Good chase as well here. She had me on my toes trying to figure out where she was going, because in this little side, they'd actually done a good enough job of not having anything there for me to see. So unfortunately, I could hear her up there. I gave a little pause to see if she jumped first, but she didn't, and that is the end for poor little Kate. Like, I enjoy the new Mori change. It's nice to be able to Mori, but it also kind of now incentivizes like slugging at the end to try and force it out, and then that's making people wait. And even there's a lot of games where I do it where somebody will DC. They'll just be like, he's slugging me to try and get the Mori, so he's just going to DC. And to be fair, sometimes now I just pick them up. I'm like, I can't be bothered. Like, I just genuinely can't be bothered. I'll just pick them up and hook them. But this, unfortunately, was not one of the cases, because this game went so, like, ridiculously. I was like, nah, you know what? Let's just go with the Mori. This person's going to die on the hook anyway, so we may as well just wait out and get the Mori animation. And I secretly wanted the picture to use for the thumbnail, because I decided, like, midway through here I'd use it as a video. And then also while I was talking about it, that Meg DC'd. the Meg, as the game was already over, DC'd on the floor. So like, that's happening an awful lot, where you're just slugging to get that last Mori right at the end of the game, and they're just like, nah, I don't care. And I just checked to see if they had DC'd or what the fuck was going on there, because I didn't have a clue. And then we hit them with the Mori. But that basically is the end of the game. That's like, while this is all playing in the background, I just want to know what everybody thinks about aura reading stuff. If you guys just give me your opinions in the comments, please just tell me what you think about aura reading as this build now, because it's very oppressive. Like, I don't even know if I can say it's oppressive, because it can be countered. It can be countered, but it's very hard to. It's very hard to play against this kind of build. But let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching as well, and I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully. I can't wait to see what some people think about the aura reading build and what they think of it right now. So yeah, I'll talk to you later.